right.
So you record. I'm going to try and record it too, just for posterity.
All right. And I'm gonna get my extra audio going here just in case too.
Yeah, that's a great idea because I don't know how good this is going to sound on my end.
And audio is rolling.
But
All right.
all's well. This is the first podcast from the basement in Illinois.
The basement in Illinois.
I'm in my
Adam's in his
parents.
hometown.
I'm in my parents' basement.
Yes. Old school. Take me home back to Quincy, baby.
Dude, it really is. It feels fun. It's I feel like I have to be extra quiet.
Oh yeah, yeah,
We're
for
all
sure.
upstairs.
What's it been like being back home? How long have you been there?
I came down last Wednesday, and I don't know. It's been all right. It's interesting. You know how going home is. It's always nostalgic, but it's also changed so much that I don't even know the town. I was never really
Hmm.
welcome in this town, anyways. I was always
Oh,
an outsider.
the town that never loved him, Peter Pan.
I know it really is the town that didn't care. They spit me out, hung me out to dry.
But you did a book signing though. How did that go?
Well, I didn't do a book signing.
Oh.
I just was there at the store giving them books. They didn't want to do a signing.
It's like, nah, I'm good.
They will in the future, but they were just busy but that so I was like, well, I won the book is kind of about this town, and it just won an award, and like it's good. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll do something then. All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
what else
that
y'all want.
that shit's funny. It's like this
Mm,
was, and I wasn't exactly for them, but it was kind of for them. And like,
yeah.
you guys don't even give a shit. It's like
Yep.
you came back to try and share the boon with them, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's not my boon. Where's the money,
No,
motherfucker?
no one cares, dude.
Right.
Oh well.
Oh, you buy the town a new community pool. Oh, they'll
Yeah,
have Adam Herman Day.
if I ever made any money, I wouldn't now.
Mm, right, you had your chance. If you liked it, you
Yeah,
should have put a ring on it, motherfuckers.
I'm keeping it now.
Mm-hmm.
There's Piggy. Look at him.
Oh, what's happening, pig?
Yeah, dude. What's new, buddy?
Oh man, just living this artist dream. I'm not saying starving artist.
That's
I'm
good.
yeah, yeah. But I'm out here, man. Like it's weird. I'm like if we're talking hero's journey, I'm in the fucking final threshold and it's full of fire, but like I can't really feel it. I
How
should.
is
I should be on fucking fire right now. Like I should be stop dropping and rolling, but I'm
Yeah, you
steady
should be
walking.
burning up.
Like full full honesty and disclosure, like I have less than $0 right now. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do next month about like every bill. So we're gonna see what happens here. I'm really
Damn.
trusting in the universe right now. But
How how did your reading go last week, or
oh,
your event go? Was that Thursday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah, every Wednesday night now.
Every Wednesday, so that's got to help with something, right?
Yeah, that will eventually. Um, there was a four top in there that was just eating. They didn't come for the show, so but they were there. And then there was one person that came to see me or that came to see us.
Okay.
But other than that, it was all entertainers in the audience. But we're growing, trying to get the structure down of it. Like it could be good. Like I've got my episode. We got another Rob Peach, who's my editor. Like he reads a segment of something that he's written, and then we have an improv group and a stand up.
Stand up, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. He didn't get to go on last week, but I'm gonna put him first. Now I get to tweak the lineup and stuff. I'm
So
happy
it'll
that
be
first week is over because it can really only get better from there.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All
It'll
that
ebb and
anxiety
flow,
about
right?
what like that's like honestly just like in stand up, like the best thing you can do is just like bomb on the first time.
Yeah, just throw it out there and see what happens.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, yeah, it wasn't that bad, but nobody was here to see it.
You have to just go confidently into your dream,
Mm-hmm.
and whatever else happens, happens. But you have to just go confidently toward it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We're here now,
I mean, my God, what else are we gonna do?
right?
There's
I
no
mean,
money to be made anywhere anyways.
no, no. I mean, when I was writing full time and working full time and like not paying attention to myself as a human at all,
Yeah.
like I was still, I was still like, no,
Yeah.
I knew the rent money was coming, but like I was still struggling financially. Like I
Yeah.
thought about it more. Like it's honestly like weirdly liberating to have no money at all. Like there's nothing to think about. It's like I can't like I
Yeah.
guess like silver linings playbook here. But
Oh boy.
but it is though. Like if I have this like cuz I'm trying to hold on like say I only have $200 left to my name. Then I'm trying to hold on to this $200 for as long as possible. It's like, oh, I got to save this for this rent or like this bill or like how should I spend this in food wise? But like it's going anyways. Like
Yeah.
in a few days it's gone. Like it doesn't even it's like so
Damn.
what I would have spent it on doesn't matter. But like I've been out of money for days and I'm still here. I'm still here. Like the universe is providing for me on a daily basis through people that are in my life out here and I'm super grateful for that. Like I got Rick and Angie upstairs. They're like my Santa Fe parents. They
Yeah.
like they just like straight up adopted me, like not knowing anything. They're just like, yeah. They probably just saw a guy like a grown up that like probably should feed himself better. But they're always sending me down food and like we hang out and stuff like that. It's good. And
Oh man, I'm nervous for you, but I'm jealous too. I'm equal parts.
oh man. This is yeah, this is the part where like in the story it just doesn't make sense. I was talking about this earlier with my friend Jason. I want to have him on the show too. He's a painter.
Please.
Um, but like real life doesn't make sense.
No.
Like he was telling me a story about his life and it's just like um I'll skip the whole story, but like he's walking down a street like outside of San Francisco like on mescaline naked. And then 3 days later he meets like the man of his dreams and they spend the rest of their lives together.
Incredible.
Yeah. And like when I'm gonna bring the story up again when I have him on so he can tell it. But like I just
Yeah.
bring that up to allude like if you were writing that story fictionally, that would be a shitty story. It doesn't make sense.
It
It's
does
like,
not
oh
make sense.
no, you were
Yeah.
just a wild man, and then all of a sudden 3 days later, like happily ever after. Like fuck that. I would turn that off. Like that's lazy writing.
Yes,
But
it is. It just
real
it
life,
just worked out. It's the story's internal. The story's
yeah,
inside.
yeah. But real
Wow.
life doesn't have to be like that. So that's what I have faith in that's happening soon. Like
Yeah,
that thing that didn't make sense just happens.
real life is interesting because there is the synchronicities out there. There is the universe at play. There is all these metaphysical, wonderful things that
Hmm.
we can lean on. But then there's the deep, dark, hard fear and hunger, and if you're cut, you bleed. Relationships take work. Like things take work.
Hmm.
I had a woman I dated a long time ago because, and I'm a writer, and I've always been one. I just didn't know it at some times in my life.
Yeah.
And I always had this like idea of this grand design of like a romantic love story between somebody, and like how things work out. And so I just kind of was always on autopilot because that's how I felt life was supposed to be. And so I imagine that's how everybody should be.
Yeah.
But life isn't like this. Life
That's a
isn't a rom-com.
that's a very TV kid mentality.
Totally is. And
Yeah.
and it's a hard lesson to learn that it isn't that way, because life
Yeah.
is not a romantic comedy. It is not a, the good guy doesn't always win. Like there is some real hard lessons out there that you have to learn. And she
Oh, I lost you a little bit.
it's not one of your stories. Like,
So
you know,
sorry, I lost you for like 10 seconds there. You kind of glitched out.
I was just saying life is, she would say that like she would get mad at me sometimes because I was just living in that zone. And she'd say, life
Yeah.
is not like a story or a song that you're writing. Life is not this piece of art. And so
Yeah.
it's an interesting argument to have because it can be if you look at it that
Yeah.
way.
Like it kind
You're
of
just
is if you make it into it.
but you're not the creator of it.
Yeah.
that's where that's where you have to let go of things and allow the
Yeah.
creator to write the story for you.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to do because I don't know, it's just that, but I always thought that was really interesting, that argument with her and I, because it was such a different dualistic look at the world of like, and both sides are right. She was
Hmm.
absolutely right. And I was right because it is correct. But
Yeah.
also life is, even with relationships, you're not going to get the girl just because you're the goofy sweetheart guy that does comedy. In reality, that does not get the girl. That scares the girl away because it's
Yeah.
kind of like a stalker.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Stalkers do.
Oh man, like it's in episode 2 of How to Write a Novel in 5 Years, Ordinary World Part B. But like I tell a story like this. I tell many stories like this. Like I spent my life living in tropes. But like this one specifically, it's about like I call it Locker Girl. But it's like about this like all these serendipitous moments that only I felt, and like it felt like this destiny building for us to like be together. Like I saw her on the school bus, and
Yeah,
like I'm not gonna recite what I wrote, but like just
right.
like total slow motion, her hair blowing, nothing else, and like time just slows down. She's supposed to sit in my seat, she doesn't. Her locker's in my hallway. That's serendipitous too, because I'm in the 10th grade hallway, but I'm really a freshman. I
Right.
just signed up late, and all these other things. And like she like for the longest time she didn't even know I existed. Like like I had a friend of a friend asked if she liked me, and it's like, who the fuck is that?
I
But then
had a
I kept it going for a while. I dropped notes in her locker, like talking about like destiny, and it was
yeah.
kind of like the end of that power in that from the Camp album from Childish Gambino.
Okay.
I don't know if you.
I'm not familiar.
Oh, well, he's breaking down how it's at the end of summer camp, and like he spent the summer with this girl, and it felt like it was building, but he didn't want to like say anything by ruining it, or he didn't want to ruin it by saying anything all summer. And
Yeah.
then it's just like his last chance on the bus, so he's just going for it, and like doesn't really give him a clear answer, so he just pretends that he's going to sleep. And then like when he wakes up, they're back and she's gone, but she told everybody what he said.
Oh, well, we live,
Yeah.
we have such, we put our, we as people tend to put our, I don't know if fantasy is the right word, but our emotions, how we're feeling about it, we tend to attribute that to the other person and assume that they must be feeling the same way.
Well, yeah, because we don't take into consideration that other people have their own storyline going on. Like you should be
Totally.
the main character in your own story arc, but
Yes.
that's inside your house, and it's
Yes.
inside your parents' basement there. Like you're the main
That's
character.
inside my,
That's
yeah,
yeah,
my
yeah, it's
purpose. That's
yeah,
my purpose in life.
yeah. I can't just assume because like I can't typecast you. It's like, oh, you would fit perfectly in this role. Like that's how people date these days, in their own time or forever, actually.
Yeah.
But
I
like,
think
oh, you
forever
would
women are,
fit in my own timeline. But like,
yeah.
we'll brush that off. Don't really like that about you. Like, you could change that, and then you're perfect.
Yeah.
Just change everything about who you are, and then you're perfect for me.
Yeah. People date each other's potential. They don't date each
Yeah,
other.
yeah, truly.
There was a recent girl I was seeing that I always had these things because I'm very sensitive to like things speaking to me in life and like something speaking to me. And, it's like, it was not working. I hadn't seen her in a while and we were driving and I drove and I saw her driving and I was like, oh, maybe that's like, we saw each other. Like that
Yeah.
could mean something. In reality, she's like driving home from her boyfriend's house. It's like, like none of this matter. None of this means anything.
Yeah,
But it only means what you take from it and what you use with it to go forward in life.
yeah,
I was looking at for the longest time in North Dakota, there was the last couple weeks when I was just really time for me to get back to Duluth and I was really looking for like some kind of sign or something like what am I supposed to do here? Start grad school, stay on work, like move forward. I don't know. And there was this little bee. It was this bee kept following me. Like for days I had a bee on me. It just felt like. and I just took that as like, what is this thing trying to say? And then as I was like, songs from Duluth would pop on the radio of other people's cars or things like that. Like it started like giving me this like weird synchronicity. And I
Yeah.
think this bee was like supposed to remind me to pay, like it was a way to say pay attention, like pay attention to things. And so
Yeah.
easy to miss this stuff. And I don't know. And that also is could be nonsense to most people.
Oh yeah. It's a
I
weird
just
thing.
yeah, I
You can
choose to believe it is all
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. I do too. But it's the thing though, like you don't really like you don't look for signs unless you don't know where you're going.
Oh,
Because you I don't like because you see the sign could be the sign, and that's true, but like it's still up to you to determine what it means.
yeah.
Like if you're leaning towards a certain way, it'd be like, oh, like you could just make it like that bee meant I should really pursue her. I should get back with her. I should change for
Right.
her.
Yeah, it
Like,
could be.
oh, because yeah, I can't get her off of my mind. This bee keeps buzzing me. It has to be. It must be
Right.
destiny.
I always look at nature as like nature is the really the element that gives you the most direction in life, you know, if you're open to it.
Yeah,
I mean,
totally.
it's not crazy that somebody would play a Trampled by Turtles song called Duluth. Trampled by Turtles is international.
Yeah,
Like that's not a crazy thing that people play that song. But
no,
hearing it at that moment, I was like, oh, well, what the hell? That means something.
yeah, it might. It might. You never know.
It might.
I don't know. It's pretty beautiful if you just let it happen, though. I mean, you can just enjoy the ride of the universe. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, that was cool.
Yeah. Where's the harm in letting that be a sign?
Yeah, yeah. Why not? What else are we doing? What
Yeah.
the fuck else are we doing
Go
here?
be cynical somewhere else, you
Yeah,
assholes. I don't care.
yeah. When you think of them as both as a choice, it's
Yeah.
or I could choose to be angry, or I could choose to be cynical. Like, why would I
Yeah.
ever make that choice?
Enjoy that life.
Yeah.
But also, I wish I didn't follow it because now I'm in grad school and my life is a nightmare. It's so hard. It is so hard, dude.
Ooh, there's so much on your fucking plate right now. It's wild.
Yeah, and I'm just so dumb. I feel dumb.
Oh, you're going through that like
Yeah.
that resucky stage again. Like it's part of getting good at something is having to suck for a while. And like you're doing new stuff.
Oh,
That's how
I've been,
that's how I feel with recording and editing
yeah,
audio and like trying to put these videos together. Like
yeah, yeah. Your edits are insane, dude.
my
That's a lot
edits,
of your edits are like that's a lot of work.
it's so much work.
That's a lot of time that you're putting into that.
I told yeah,
They look great, but it's a lot of time.
yeah, thanks. But like, yeah, fuck. And like struggling through that because like I don't have any background. Like I'm figuring out how to do that as I
Yeah,
go. And it's
yeah,
super frustrating. And like even the recording process of it too. Like I get double angry and I kind of re-trigger myself like editing my outtakes and stuff out when I just keep fucking up a line like 4 or 5 times and I can
yeah.
hear myself getting angry. Then I get angry at myself for sucking so much. It's like, what the fuck are you even doing here? Oh,
Oh,
yesterday I was trying to edit a video and like for YouTube because I'm doing these track by track releases every day,
yeah.
hoping to
Yeah.
feed
I'm
the
getting links
almighty
from you left
algorithm.
and right. I'm like, God damn, you're making me feel so lazy.
Oh, I'm fucking spamming you, but like
No, it's great. I love it. You are
yeah,
just making me feel lazy. You are just outworking my ass. It's pissing
well,
me
yeah.
off.
Well, yesterday, if it makes you feel better, yesterday I quit. Today's video was supposed to come out yesterday, but I got so frustrated, I had a meltdown and fucking quit.
That doesn't make me feel better. That's good.
Like I was just searching around, like looking for something that not necessary or like unbreakable to throw, and just pick it up and keep throwing it again and throwing it again. It makes me think about like angry people and how they like how they
Yeah.
target people that take it.
Yeah.
Like if you're like your boss walks into work and is like, "Oh, where's the bitch? Where's the bitch? I got to take this out." Like that's what I felt like. I got to find something. Like give me this plastic cup, and I'm just like, ah, ah,
I
just
I
picking
know
it up and throwing it.
I know exactly what you mean. That's what the abuser always knows the abused.
Right. Do, 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 do. Nope.
Yeah,
Too
they can
breakable,
pick it
too
out of
valuable, like the
yeah,
Terminator, or I mean, like
yeah.
RoboCop coming in the room.
Oh, that one has no sense of self-worth. We could tear that one down a little bit more.
Yeah, right. Look at that nice guy. He doesn't
Mhm.
feel anything. Like he
He's
only
not
feels
going
happy. He can take it.
anywhere.
Dude, I've gotten that so much. I think that's what like triggered me like very like my growth as a person and understanding my old blocks and stuff. It's like bartending was just like a very toxic environment for me. Like I was just like putting myself into the shit every day, like the people pleasing aspect of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like we were saying there, like people seem to think that nice guys don't get angry.
Right.
Like they're like we're just making a conscious choice not to blow up.
Right.
But it still feels like in the Green Mile, like Michael Clark Duncan like sucks the sickness out of you and
Yeah.
then he spits the moths out.
Yeah.
Like that's what I feel but like with me of like negative energy. And maybe
Ah.
they made that. Maybe he's an empath and maybe that was the whole thing.
No,
But
you're just
I
maybe
wasn't
you've
spitting them out. I was just eating moths. Like I had nowhere to put them.
that's kind of beautiful though. As long as you're not being abused, man. You can't be
Yeah.
abused.
Yeah.
People will take advantage of it, but
Oh yeah. And I mean that's just the and at a sports bar full of regulars that get hammered during the day, like that's
yeah.
just
And there's something
it's
to
just
it. It's like,
but like that's what you're supposed to do. Like
yeah.
you're like if you're sitting there drinking, you're trying to get away with as much. Like you don't mean any harm by it. Like you're just
Right.
trying to have a good time. And like not everybody's bartended for 18 years, so they're not really conscious of like how that feels from 20 different people at once. But
I still have the bartender ear where, if you go into a crowded room, you can hear every single person's voice.
yeah,
And it's so overstimulating sometimes.
you wish you like I guess I don't wish that I could turn my brain off because I wouldn't want it. Like, I wouldn't
Yeah,
want to be a dullard, but like, I
right.
just wonder what it's like to just walk around and not think about shit.
I don't know. I think about it too, but it's also like I feel like it's a power. So I want to keep it, but
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go back to bartending here when the snow hits the ground. I'm gonna probably pick up a couple shifts bartending.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my day job's gonna be gone, and I mean, I'm stuck at school, so I can't really go south anywhere to work until the summer. I don't know what to do either.
Yeah.
I got to buy a car. I am just
Oh, man.
pile it up, buddy.
Yeah. Pile it up. We're living it.
There's no money. I know you're broke. I'm broke too. Pretty great.
Hmm. But hey, look at us here fucking laughing about it.
Yeah, but whatever. Who cares?
Yeah. Like, we're here now. It's like, oh, go ahead. Do it. Like, it doesn't,
Yeah.
it won't take me much to like, if I lose everything, like, I'll still be able to write.
Oh yeah, they can't take it from you.
No. I'll fucking I'll go to the library and use their Wi-Fi and just
Hard.
keep hammering out. That's I mean that's what I'm gonna do either way. That's kind
Yeah.
of the realization that I came to. It's just like I wouldn't if I had 4,000 subscriptions is fuck you money and I can live forever on that.
Yeah.
But other than like I'd probably go out to a nice steak dinner, maybe have a glass of whiskey, but other than that my life wouldn't change. Like I would just keep making shit and creating. Like I wouldn't do anything if my bank account anything differently if my bank account was full right now or it was like
Yeah.
down her.
You know what I thought about recently, and I don't know, this kind of applies. It's like when you're kind of at a low end. Because I was kind of in a low end couple weeks ago. I was really down, and I was just thinking, I was like, why am I thinking so much about me and my, I need to like be of service to other people. I think when
Yeah,
you're getting to those points where you're like really stressed about it, you can just be of service to other people,
yeah,
things take care of it. And it sounds like you have that mentality too. Like you want to give, you want to create, you want to do.
yeah. But I've been
It's not
thinking about
about,
that more too, because like I'm hitting up the food banks, man,
oh
getting
yeah,
some food and stuff. But like,
good. That's what they're
yeah,
for.
yeah. But like, also makes me kind of want to like, I got time. I can volunteer with them. I can,
Absolutely do that. It
yeah,
helps you get out of your own head and makes you
yeah.
realize like
The world
it's
is
this is
so
not
much
about
bigger.
me. Yeah.
Yeah. This,
Like my trials and tribulations, everybody's had a broken heart. Everybody's been out of a work. Everybody's struggled. Everybody's had,
yeah,
not I do not have a monopoly on suffering.
yeah. And it's not to say like we don't deserve the boon or like, or anybody does. Like, it's not about like deserving it, but like just because I'm going through it
Yeah.
doesn't mean I should be rescued just because I'm going through it. Like
Yes,
everybody's
exactly.
going through it in
Exactly.
their
You are
own
not
ways.
to be rescued. I was
Yeah.
working today. I was been so down lately. I don't know what it is, if it's changing weather or what, but I I'm working on this paper for school, and one of my classes is on the Holocaust,
I don't know
which
why
is
that's funny. Sorry.
no, it's
Yeah.
it's funny because it's like Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, oh how depressing. Like I was sitting there today, I was like really down. I was like, all right, well, let me read the journal of this journal of this young 15-year-old boy that was in the Poland ghettos. 15 years old, he gets tuberculosis, he dies at 19. He's living through the last 4 years of the ghetto during the height of the World War while they're killing everybody in Poland during the pogrom, during
Oh,
like the worst
yeah.
atrocities ever. And I'm reading it, I'm just like, this is so profoundly sad.
Yeah.
Like, and I started feeling down about it myself. I'm like, gosh, and now I have to read this and get through it. It's hard to read. And I was just like, Adam, what are you like? Imagine being the guy.
Oh, you're
You
getting
should be joyful
little
to be able
glitchy.
to take this information and give it and learn from it.
Yeah.
Was I glitching out?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh
It
shoot.
sounds like you were
I
saying something
I
pretty
was saying
profound
some
too. You were
I was
spitting
saying some
knowledge
gold.
there.
I got it recorded. I have it recorded on my end. That's where I'll do the split.
Right on, right on. We'll catch you in the glitches.
Damn. But yeah,
Well,
it was a very interesting way to spend the day.
yeah. Well, you got to put a positive spin on things. Like, and then take that whole Holocaust situation.
Yeah.
I mean, Hitler had good intentions. Like, he was trying to make the world a better place.
Oh God, let's not. We're cutting that out.
Ah, boom. Like, I've been trying to work that joke in since the beginning of this podcast. And we have a Hitler slash Holocaust joke about every episode.
I know.
So
Well,
it felt perfect.
in the diary, it's the diary of David Sawerski, and it's I don't know if I said his last name wrong. Right. I'm sorry if I didn't, but he even mentions in there too. He's like, humor is so important. Yeah, and he's this young kid who's really wise about it. And there's a point in the diary where he's talking about he's in the gymnasium with some girls, and it like they're still going to school and it's gym class, and he's 15, 16, and he writes about how he got to do his Hitler impersonation for the girls, and he it makes him laugh, and it's
Yeah.
like humor is of utmost importance.
Yeah.
And in the face of all that, granted, he didn't know exactly how bad it was going to get, but it was bad. But there is some truth to that. It's like, how else do you get through this? You got to whistle through the graveyard.
Yeah, totally. You got to whistle through the graveyard. I love that. I feel like I've heard it maybe once, but
It's gallows humor.
yeah.
That's the phrase, right? Whistling through the graveyard.
Speaking of graveyards, I just watched Wednesday on Netflix. You seen that?
Yeah, Lucy was in love with it. She loved that show.
That
She
show
was
was
like,
dope. I dug it.
it was good. Well, you're really this is a really timely on the nose episode.
Yeah, like yeah, fine. That's the
That was
most
a year ago. Hey, have you seen the
did it
latest
come
episode of Frasier?
That's par for the course on us, though.
I know, I
Like
know.
nothing's ever on time.
That's my
But
fault. But
but like the stuff we talk about is dated when we're recording it.
that's
It's
true. That's true. That's true.
but it was super good. I dug it. Like it reminded me of this it reminded me of this girl that I dated recently.
Oh,
Yeah. Just she was on like it's funny, like she's Wednesday, but like she was almost a Wendy. Like we
oh,
were talking she almost became a Wendy. And like it was super brief, but like very, very real. But like I'm kind of grateful for it because it gave me some, I don't know, it just gave me some perspective on the growth that I've gone through over the past like 5 years. Just in kind like, but like we were talking about it earlier, just kind of like the idea that we form in our head. Like
yes.
it
Yeah.
feels like it's perfect because that's how it's going. And it like, and it was, and it legit was without any pretense until it wasn't. And then I felt myself in my mind just like trying to make it perfect again.
Yeah, you get
You're
this idea that action needs to be taken, like you have to do something. Truth is, you don't have to do anything.
no, no. And it is what it is. Like it was a weird one to, that was a weird relationship to grieve. Again, because it was brief and like it
Well,
was,
she gave you some closure, right? She didn't just
yeah,
ghost you, right?
no, it was a totally adult split.
Awesome.
And
That's the best.
like stayed friends and worked together, which like that made it weird a little bit. Not between us, but just like
That's hard.
it made it hard to just turn off your feelings when you're just like interacting every day.
I don't tell if I've been had in relationships and where they say they want to be friends, and I've just got to I say no, I can't do
Yeah.
that. I want romance. I don't want
Yeah.
friendship. So
Yeah. And
because you
that's
have to be
kind
true, you have to be true to who you are too, and
yeah.
you're one.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it boils down to. But like I don't work there anymore and coincidentally neither does she anymore, but it kind of worked out anyways. But like again, like I still wanted, like, there was nobody to be mad at. It was just, it was just like over. But like, I grieved it anyways. Like, I listened to stupid, sad love songs and fucking, oh,
Oh, you look at your emotions in the face then. So I do not do that. I hide from them very, very hard.
oh no. Like, I dive fucking head first into that shit.
Damn, I'm jealous of that.
But like, it was a weird one. It took a minute because like, it's not like none of those like, fuck you breakup songs.
Yeah,
It's just like,
sad ones.
yeah, just like, Neo shit.
Oh, we're a bunch of
Like so
sad
sick.
boys, dude.
Yeah, like so sick of love songs.
We're a
Cause
bunch of
I'm like
emos.
sitting listening to love songs, thinking like, why don't I turn off the radio?
Are we a bunch of simps?
Kinda, man.
Dude, we're emo simps, dude.
Yeah, it's all right though. That's who I am. Like
You're not.
no, I'm not a simp, but
No,
like
you're a sweetheart.
yeah, I believe in romance. It's like, but I don't have, but I've also realized I don't have that much time for it. Like, cause again,
No,
like
you have a purpose in life.
yeah,
Your purpose is not to just date a woman.
yeah, it's got to fit like
Yeah.
directly. It's got to fit directly in, and neither it has to work for both of us. It's just like such a unicorn.
Two complete people have to come together, not
Yeah,
people completing each other.
yeah,
And
abs-
nobody's complete. That's the difficulty of life and relationships.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
It's a big circle. Hey, Piggy, come here. They changed my cat's name from Pig to Henry. I don't know why they call him Henry now. It cracks me up.
Oh,
Hey,
Henry the
buddy,
pig.
come here, dude. Meow. Oh, he's gonna come over here, but not to cut it off because we were talking about breakups a couple
Mm-hmm.
days ago. That's what prompted this episode's theme.
Yeah,
We've talked about it before, but it's just
yeah.
always fun. We're just a bunch of sweethearts, dude.
What can you do?
Just a bunch,
Somebody's we're gonna make We're gonna make one lucky lady happy one day. We'll find the love of a good
between the
woman.
two of us.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I think that could work. I think that
I
could work.
yeah, I kind of didn't really split or not split. I was in a situationship. I don't know what those are.
Well, break down the term for me. Situationship.
I don't know what it means. I think it just means you're dating, but also you're not dating, but also
Yeah.
sometimes you're dating, sometimes you're not dating. And I don't ever want to put pressure on anybody. I don't really, I have too much to do sometimes. So maybe it's that, but you just got to let them go.
Yeah. Totally. Just let
They'll
them
come
go.
back. They'll come back or they won't.
Or they won't, or they'll come back in another form.
Just be great. Exactly. You got to
Yeah.
be grateful for the people you get to spend time with.
Yeah.
Gratitude is so huge.
Yeah. It was nothing supposed to be forever.
Yeah.
Not hoo hoo hoo. Yeah.
Bunch of sad fellas.
Bunch of sad fellas.
I'm gonna go listen to
Oh.
some Dashboard Confessional after this.
Solid. I was just listening to the kids in my hallway right now. I was wondering where those voices came from. You know,
Nice.
this professional studio here.
You know what? This is the most unprofessional setup we've done so far, but whatever. I'm loving it.
Yeah. It's cool, man. Like
I'm loving it.
start this is we'll look back on this when we're in this like high
Classic.
class studio.
Classic.
Yeah. It's like
It's too
remember
much
how
work doing all those high tech deals, man. The edits are so impossible.
dude,
God.
I can't imagine. Like I keep telling myself like one of these weeks I'm gonna be like, hey man, just like send it to me, give me a shot.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
I'll
I'm
send you some stuff.
yeah.
I'd be happy to if you want the folder. It's just so much freaking work.
Oh
But
yeah. It's a labor of love though. It's like once it's
it is
done,
because I do love it. I really
yeah.
do love it. I feel like I've neglected it the last couple weeks because I've just I and my waking moments are spent with emails upon emails upon emails. And sometimes I'm regretting this grad school decision, man. But
What do you think made you take that leap into grad school?
well, to be completely honest, with archaeology, to be able to be like a state certified archaeologist inspector, you have to have a master's degree. It's a requirement. And so I'm doing that so I can, and it's a difference of better money every year. And it's something I really love doing, but God, I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
an academic, dude. I'm not an academic.
No. Like you seem like or not you seem like I don't know you.
Yeah, we've been
Right.
friends for
Hmm.
so long.
No, you seem no, but like you're a learned guy. You like learning shit and information and
Yeah,
discovering stuff, but it's
yeah.
like not that then so do I, but not in that structured academic way. Like I want to learn what I want to learn about. And like if I don't care about it, I have no interest.
I do not
It's
fit
like
into academia,
yeah.
but I do love the access it gives me to information and the it's my bachelor's, my undergrad years ago was so wonderful. Anthropology was such an amazing world to be in and study.
Oh yeah.
But now I'm in public history, and it's just a different mindset, different types.
Yeah.
It's less theory like anthropology. You talk about big problems and big abstract ideas and big world stuff, and then now it's like I don't know primary sources.
You gotta lean into you gotta get a bad boy rep going. Like you gotta get yourself like a leather jacket, come into
Oh,
class, just like some boots with some spur like not some spurs,
oh
but some chains on it.
hell yeah,
So when you kick your feet up on the
yeah,
desk, it makes a sound.
that's right. You all want to talk
Comb
about
your hair a
history?
lot.
We can talk about history of these nuts.
Yes.
All
Oh, you gotta say that at least once a class.
right, well, I'll get kicked
History of
out of grad
these
school. That's
nuts.
fine.
That's always funny. I don't care who you are.
Oh well.
Class clown it, dude.
It's,
Like,
I know I'm like the old guy in it.
yeah,
I
be
want
the
to be 40
40-year-old
pretty
class
soon, dude. Yeah,
that 40-year-old class clown. That's the
I
movie
want to be
right there.
40, dude. I'm an old man. Oh, Piggy Smalls. he keeps meowing. He's so vocal.
Want some attention.
He always was. He always meows. Pig and Sweetie's right behind the computer screen, and she's so lovely and wonderful and kind. And this guy is the bad boy, the cats. Can you hear him?
A little bit.
Meow.
Dude, my upstairs neighbor's cat, like he's half like my pet. He just hangs out. His name is Cheetah, but he's a fucking savage. Like, because we live right near the arroyo. So like there's tons of critters and stuff around. Like he just slays mice constantly. Like he fucks up my mornings too. Because I get up at like 4 sometimes
Yeah.
is usually average. And like I love it because there's nothing else up but like Cheetah and these mice that he's fucking torturing. Like I'm trying to have a peaceful morning, sip my coffee, think about, meditate a little bit, listen to some weird shit. And this is like half dead mouse that like he could kill at any point. But he's like, and the mouse would be sitting there frozen, and then Cheetah will be like,
Yeah.
like, nah, run, buddy. And then
Go.
where are you going? Right. It's like,
There's
come on,
freedom.
dude.
There's freedom out there. Go.
Right. Just kill him. Dude,
John, what's the I'm gonna ask you a pivot question to go
pivot.
back to what's the hardest breakup you ever had? Because you're a man of many talents. You're a lover, not a fighter.
Uh-huh. The hardest breakup. That's I've had 3 major ones. I've had 3 Wendy's, so 3 major Wendy breakups. Um,
Have you ever explained what the Wendy was on the podcast? I'm sure you have.
I probably have. Um,
I'm sure you have at this point, but I can't
yeah,
think of any specific time.
yeah. Well, like Wendy's the idea. Wendy's the
It's not
idea
a
of
derogatory term.
no, no, not at all. It's not
That's my
a
point to bring that back up,
yeah,
just
yeah,
to make sure that's known.
yeah. No, it's
It's a
not a
very sweet and endearing thing to say, actually.
it's the Wendy is the idea of like the girl that's worth growing up for.
Yes. Yes.
Um, yeah, like us us lost boys, we just kind of think about growing up a lot and like dream about what it's going to be like, but not really put too much effort into getting there.
Right.
Like it's like life is just going to be waiting for us once we grow up. Then we'll have all these dreams and like, but the Peter Pan and Wendy, like they're drawn to each other because our Wendy's are super goal oriented and like they know how to get their shit. And, like they're focused on like growing up and getting to the next thing. And they're attracted to Peter Pan's because we're so whimsical and carefree. And like they need that little aspect in their life.
Mm-hmm.
And we need structure. And so we get that like
boys can be Wendy's too then.
yeah, it is
Exactly.
non-gender.
Non-gendered, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But like the rub in that is because Wendy is eventually going to expect Peter Pan to grow up. It's like that's the starting point. It's like but like, yeah, that's fun, but like we got to go back to London now. But when Peter goes to London, like, you know, he forgets how to fly. But like once Peter Pan has to focus on growing up and being who Wendy wants, like he loses his magic. And he's not so whimsical anymore. And Wendy's not that impressed with his antics anymore. Like that shit used to be funny when we were dating, but like we're getting serious now.
Time to
It's
grow
like,
up.
yeah. Like I don't want to hear those
Are
stories.
you serious about this relationship or not?
Yeah, right. Because it's about time for you to let that shit go. But like that's also how we were taught, like in all the movies and all the rom-coms.
True.
It's like you got to grow up sometime.
True.
But so I think the overall takeaway from that is like you got to know who you are. You got to find your happy thought before Wendy. Because because otherwise like what ground do you have to stand on to stay yourself? If you haven't found a direction, like you have no choice but to go Wendy's. You know what I mean? It's like this is a completely like random and broad, like I don't even play video games, but like let's if I were just if I wanted to stay in this arrested state of development so I could play video games and hang out with my friends and go to the bar and drink and work this hourly job without any future and not have any goals, it's like I can't really justify like staying here. I can't put my foot down and say, no, this is me. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Like you have the Peter Pan in that situation has no choice but to go back to London with the Wendy. Mentally, they obviously have a choice. You can just leave, is what you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people do.
Yeah.
So you've had three Wendy's.
Mm-hmm. First one I dropped out of college for. Second one I stopped writing and stopped rapping for. And the third one I changed my life around like 8 times within the short year that we were together. But after that is where I got the epiphany to say, fuck that. I am Peter Pan.
Exactly.
And then I decided to pursue my bliss. Because it was pretty great. Because I won't get too much into it. You can read about it. I won't spoil it.
No, but, totally.
One of the last, like I would get these updates on Wendy's life, her telling me how much better it was without me and stuff like that. And then like on this particular day, like I was feeling good about like I had a simple plan with life. It was like no plan at all, but I was working at the tavern, so I was making good money. I think I had gotten an apartment lined up after we moved out. But like I just had this plan to just journal every day. Like I made a plan. I'm going to journal every day for a month. I'm going to eat like a normal person. I'm going to take a yoga class and like try and align myself some kind of spiritual way.
Yeah.
And like I think it was the 8th day of this, like I have it in the journal. And again, you can listen to episode 5 to get the whole gist of it. But when I got one of those updates from Wendy's life, I responded by like saying, I'm happy for you. That's great. Because I'm happy too. Like it did work out for the best, or that we're not together or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, but like she didn't expect that from me. So her response was to say that I had Peter Pan syndrome.
Incredible.
And I was being delusional.
I love
for
it.
like not having an impossible goal to chase. And then like then the next instant, then that's when like I was about to like, oh fuck you, why can't you just let me, we're not even together, why can't you just let me be happy?
Yeah, there's more to that than
but then
there's so many levels there.
Yeah. But then 2 seconds later, it's like, no, you know what? Fuck that. I am Peter Pan.
Hell yeah.
And that's when the theme of Pete and Gwendolyn grew up, like, started. And then it became this whole, like, meta thing surrounding it. It's like, well, I'm going to promote this book. I'm going to go van life and, like, chase dreams. And when I make it, I'm going to start, like, a charity and do fundraisers. Like, fundraisers, not fundraisers, but, like, just want to do like ratchet shit and raise money for whatever I care about.
Raise money, dude.
Yeah. Like, let's have beer Olympics for like Alzheimer's.
That's such a great idea.
Yeah. Like
we've never talked about that before. We have never talked about that before. No, that's such a great idea.
But why the fuck not? Like, why do we have to put on all these pomp and circumstances to give? Like the Met Gala, like we spend so much money, or like we're going, but like any ball, the Lake Superior Zoo ball, you know, like we rent these big venues out, get dressed up in these tuxedos, act fancy. It's like, who cares?
Dude, that's such a funny idea.
And like, remember the ice bucket challenge?
Yeah.
What did that benefit ALS?
Yep.
Yeah. Having ice water dumped on you feels nothing like having ALS. Like you're not relating to them. Like, don't even try. Just give them the fucking money. Like that would actually be more offensive to me if I had ALS. It's like, oh, you get it. Sure.
Dude,
You're
just do
uncomfortable.
crazy stuff for charity. Crazy stuff for charity is such a funny idea. Like a power hour, just getting absolutely blotto drunk for
Yeah.
charity.
Yeah.
God,
And have you don't want to get drunk sponsors. Find a drunk to sponsor.
I love it. Find a drunk to sponsor, just the opposite of responsible, dude.
Yeah. Like I'll donate $5 for every shot he takes in that power hour.
Dude, if that guy can drink a whole fifth of Jim Beam, I'll give you $30 for your fundraiser. So many
Yeah.
people do that, and they,
Right? And like they're gonna do it anyways.
what's
Like
the
they're gonna be
morality here?
yeah, they're gonna be ratchet no matter what. So why not do it for charity?
Dude, ratchet fundraisers, dude. I love that idea.
That's that's the next goal. That's what we're gonna do once we make it. Like
Dude,
I'm gonna
ratchet.
live
God damn.
philanthropically.
Dude, that is so funny. Just people getting blasted drunk, blackout drunk for charity, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Just because you're a beautiful piece of shit
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you can't give back. Like you don't have to act all altruistic and dedicated to the cause to
It's
make
so
a
true. It's
difference.
like, think about all the weird random talents people have that they have no way of using for good.
Yeah.
Crazy talents for good. Like I went to school with this one guy and he could kick himself in the face.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he could kick himself and he would do it if you asked him to, which I always felt bad because people asked him to do it
Yeah.
pretty often, dude, and he would
It's
kick
like
himself in the face.
right. You
But
think
think
about
about
that
it,
as an
it was
adult
like,
now. It's like,
hey
oh
man,
man, like
yeah,
he needed attention.
if
Sorry,
everybody
buddy.
donates $10, if we have 100 people around here and everybody gives us $10, all this goes to Chum to support people experiencing homelessness. This
Yeah.
dude will kick himself in the face. Everybody
Yeah.
be like, yeah, here's $10. This guy's gonna kick himself in the face pretty hard too, because he hit
Yeah.
himself pretty hard. And then Chum gets what, $1,000 or whatever.
Right. Dude,
Awesome.
we rent out the Bayfront Park or some park and just set up booths.
Yeah,
Like this, there's beer pong over here, there's Polish horseshoes over here, there's
yeah,
cornhole,
yeah.
regular ping pong, fucking whatever, softball tournaments. Like it doesn't have to be completely ratchet, kickball, but
Dude, for
like
$100, this guy lets you pull a tooth out. Like whatever, dude.
I know
Just
that guy. Yeah. That's
he
the
puts it
silent
back. He
auction I
puts
want to
it
be a
back in.
part of.
He puts it back in when it's done.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the silent auction we do. We just like bid on like how much do you want to see this? Like he'll come to your
That's
party and kick
insane.
himself all night.
Dude, what an insanely funny idea, and for good. And nobody could debate it.
No, no, it can't because you give them money then. Like I'm
Yeah,
not. Yeah,
exactly.
right.
Dude, this guy's willing to pull his own tooth out for Chum, and you're trying to stop him. Why do
Yeah,
you hate people experiencing homelessness? Why are you trying to stand in the way of benevolence?
yeah. Are you against? Are you for homelessness? Do you
Yeah,
support homelessness?
we're philanthropists, dude.
Yeah, dude, can't stop us. Like, well,
God,
if
that's
if
funny.
if we don't get there, Ricky Fleber is.
Ricky
Like
Flever will get
he's my
there.
backup plan. Like every dream that I have thus far is going into the book or going into his. He's just gonna do all this like ratchet
Yeah,
shit, and he's gonna troll everybody. He's gonna break the system.
hell yeah.
And if
I
I
I,
don't,
uh,
at
I
least
had
Ricky
drinks
did.
with him not too long ago.
Oh yeah, how's he doing?
Ricky Flever, he's doing great, man. I told him to get on here with us. He said, "Yeah, anytime." But then you know how that goes. Still, he's
Oh yeah,
working, and he's always
man
working.
about town.
Yeah, yeah. He seems like he's doing good. I don't know. You never know with people.
Right. Everybody's smiling.
I sure am.
Smile, bitch. Smile, bitch.
Take a picture. Say cheese.
Oh, fucking. What else is going on?
That's about it, dude. I'm just chasing these hoes.
Fucking hoes
Won
and
I
popping
won an
pillies.
award.
Yeah, tell me. Yeah,
And
that's fucking awesome. What was the name of the
Iggy,
award?
stop it. He's scratching the door to get out. Here, I'm going to let him out really quick.
Right on.
Ow. Ow.
Meow.
Here, come here. Go on. Go on.
Come on, piggy.
Well, I wasn't really the winner. I placed
You placed?
I placed as the runner up for fiction humor. Now he's trying to get back in. What a nightmare. So, it turns out there was like 1,100 submissions, and so I was in the top 50 of them.
It's huge.
It's
Did you
pretty
submit
cool.
it yourself?
Yeah, I think so. I actually don't remember this specific one, to be quite honest with you, but I submitted I think it because I got a review on it got reviewed on readerschoice.com. I think it's an automatic entry to the, I don't know. There's some weird, that's a long way of saying I don't know, to be quite honest.
Okay.
But
Sure. Doesn't matter.
but yeah, I got an invite to go to Vegas, to go to like the award ceremony in Vegas in April.
Dude, that's
Like
fucking sick.
go to a casino. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's a national thing. Like I didn't I don't know. I've been downplaying it since I got it. I'm like, I didn't get first. I didn't get best book
Oh,
of the entire universe. I was
still
just
is
kind
the
of pissed
best book
off
in the
about it.
entire universe.
I almost didn't share it. That's how weird I am about it. I almost didn't even share it online because I was like, oh, it's not, it's like third place. It's like, whatever. I don't want
Dude,
this.
fucking third place. That's amazing.
I know my folks were like, are you insane? Like, what is wrong with you? Like,
Hardcore. You think
yeah,
it's imposter syndrome?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe imposter syndrome, or like, I don't know. It's not the
Or
best.
or are you just waiting on like fucking Percy McBully to come around the corner and push you down and take your third place ribbon away? Like, oh, this ain't shit.
I don't know
Should
what
have
it
got
is
first,
inside me,
Adam.
John. I've been thinking about that. Is it from being beaten down by people before in the past, where you're like, it's not good enough, I'm not good enough. The two biggest fears that people have are not fear of not being loved and not being good enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we all deal with that. And it's like the second you get any kind of accolade, you're like, this can't be real. This isn't good enough. Oh, it's only third. It's only, there was 50 other winners. I'm not special. But you know who all won those awards was all nationally published, big time
Yeah.
publishing house people.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you're indie, like you don't have anybody pushing like your shit around.
Yeah, I
Like
don't
it
have a
just
marketing team.
no,
I can barely get the bookstore in the hometown that the book is about to sell the
right?
book.
Like, yeah, all that bestseller shit, that's a racket anyways.
Yeah,
Like it,
I was lucky enough to get an email to have been in correspondence with Christopher Moore. He's been kind of mentoring me a little bit on what to do with this book, which is like the biggest, coolest thing that's ever happened to me as a writer. And he's very much like acknowledging the fact that he's like, look, I have a team behind me. He's like, I was very, very lucky to get published at the time I did. It was before indie publishing was a thing. It was like, I don't know how I would do it. He goes, if I had to be my own marketing team, my own publicist, my own everything, I probably wouldn't have written a second book. And there's
yeah.
something to that. He's like, it's really hard, and it takes away from your real purpose of being a writer.
Oh yeah. I've
But that
got
being said, it was inspirational. He's been firing me up. He's been nothing but cool to me.
That's awesome. That's so huge.
It's
Any
amazing.
like any kind of mentor with any little inkling of advice or
It has been
direction.
such a dream. If you would have told me 20 years ago that I'd be emailing semi-regularly with Christopher Moore, I would not have believed it.
Dreams do come true.
This kind of might be the best it gets, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty awesome.
You better write it out then. Enjoy it.
It's a pretty great experience. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah. If it all goes south, like what a fucking story to tell your grandkids.
It very well could.
Yeah. Or whoever. Or the kids that come and visit you in the nursing home when nobody else is coming to visit.
Well,
Because we spent our life chasing dreams, not making babies.
yeah, I know. I have one, and she's she's getting
Oh
older
yeah.
too, and
Oh, that's right. Like you got Lucy to depend on.
I've
Like
got
you,
Lucy. She'll
yeah.
she'll help me one day. I don't know if she will or not. We'll see. She's in high school. She's over it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you better not die soon.
Yeah.
You gotta wait. You gotta give her. You gotta at least let her get her into her 40s, and
Huh.
she'll have no choice.
That is such a crazy thought. I'm out with my dad the other night, out in the garage having a couple beers and talking with him, and I might have sent you a Snapchat of the CB radio.
Yeah, yeah, you did.
So yeah, so I've got this. I'm taking this CB radio from him, and there's another thing about there's another. This is another example of synchronicity and the universe speaking and all this stuff. And a couple friends of mine in Duluth have been talking about buying CB radios because we want to do a recording project of a total farcical thing of the first ever podcast from the
Oh,
archive
dude, that's fucking
and
awesome.
record it through CBs and kind of make it a very comical, stupid thing and just put out like 3 episodes or something very limited. The first ever podcast.
Are you gonna be truckers, or are you gonna be like some nerds driving around in cars doing podcasts?
I don't know how to word it, but we were gonna have call names. It's gonna be through CB, but the thing is, it has to be I have to record it through a studio. So I don't know how to do it yet, but we've been working it out. But we've been talking about buying CBs for like 2 months, and nobody wants to buy them. It's like, I get it. I don't want to spend money on this thing too, because
But
we
it's
would
such
only
a.
need.
I would do it for the bit, like for
Well,
the
we'd
bit
only need
alone.
one. We only
Yeah.
really need one, and we would just record them as a
Oh
thing.
no, like I
So,
would. I would install it into the car. Like I want to be in a CB gang.
oh yeah, I want to put it in my Jeep really
Yeah.
bad, and that's going to happen. And so, I was like, we should get a CB, and it's just like I literally talked about it 6 days ago or whatever. So I go outside, and my dad's sitting over there, and I see this thing turned on. I'm like, what is this? You got a CB radio? He goes, yeah. He goes, yeah. You want that? I said, yeah. He goes, this is the first time I've turned it on in 10 years. I just wanted to see if it worked. It's sitting out there. It was my grandfather's. It's 40 years old.
Dude,
And
that's so sick.
it's like, of all the times, it's been sitting in storage for 10 years, and it
Yeah,
just happened to get it out the same week that we've been talking about doing this, turning it on. I mean, there's something to that.
there is. There is. And like it's just like letting go.
Totally.
Like
Being open
stop.
to anything.
Yeah. Stop asking. Like like I know what you want. Like
Yeah.
I
Stop
think
asking. You already have it.
yeah, I would make a terrible god. Like I think I would be good and fair, but like I would make decisions off of spite. And like I don't know, I die on a lot of odd hills even if I had my own plan. Just because like people would be bothering me. Like I imagine it to be like managing a restaurant and people asking to be cut all the time.
Everybody wants to be cut, dude.
Yeah. Well, like you want to make money, but you also don't want to be here.
Yeah.
And like you keep telling me when business slows down, it's like, hey, you thought about cutting lately? Like, we'll take and bring it back to God. Like the one thing you have to do is just fucking trust. Like that's all I ask. Just like trust in me, you got it. Like now let's go to like a an office setting. Like Jane really wants this promotion. Good Christian woman Jane. She keeps praying to me every day, every day, every day, every day. Like I got a lot of shit going on. Like I told you, you asked once and I'm going to do it for you in its time. Just wait. And now you know what? You're not getting that promotion. That dickhead Derek that goes home and kicks his dog, he's getting that promotion because he didn't ask me shit. Like,
Right.
yeah. But like that's why I would be a terrible god because I would give the Dereks of the world everything because the Janes wouldn't leave me alone.
God, that is so funny. The analogy of God being a restaurant, a shift manager at an Applebee's or something.
Yeah,
God
totally.
is a shift manager at an Applebee's, and everybody wants to get cut.
Yeah. But also, yeah, but also abundance and make money. Like I don't want to
Right.
work, but I want to, yeah. And
Gosh, that is so funny.
I've been working on that as like a that's been tossing around as like a stand-up bit for a
That should
minute,
be a
but
bit
like,
for sure, dude. You
but
gotta
like, yeah.
get into the stand-up, dude.
Well, dude, so like, I think I might do my first couple minutes like after adult story time this
Awesome.
Wednesday, because down the road, this place called Chili Lion Brewery, like they have a comedy open mic. Like my open mic goes from 6 to 8, and theirs goes from like 8 to 10 or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like I'm hoping we can like, cross blend or whatever. But yeah, it's about that time. Just get up there and fucking
Absolutely. Why not?
get
What do
up
you have
there
to
and suck
lose?
at it.
What do you have to
Nothing.
lose?
Nothing at all.
What do you need? 5 minutes or something? What do they give? What do
Not
they
even
ask?
like not even that. Like probably like 2 or 3.
Oh, wow. Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
The whole idea of God being a shift manager in an Applebee's or something is so funny.
I'll tweak that one.
Mess with that. That is such a funny idea. Because I don't know.
But yeah, that's just how I think. Yeah, that's how I think of it.
Hmm. What are we
So,
doing? We at an hour?
yeah, we gotta be.
Yeah, man. I
Oh
should
shit.
probably call it, and I'm gonna put this up like tonight and let it upload.
All right.
We'll get it out there. Why not? I got to go write about the Holocaust.
Ooh, fun.
Brutal.
Ugh.
There for the grace of God go I.
Read that, write that, and be grateful it's not you.
There's a little sweetie, Miss Thingy.
Oh, Miss Thang.
Right on, buddy. Well, it's good to talk to you, man. I'm
Good to
gonna
talk
put
to you
this
too.
out. We'll connect in a week or so, and we'll keep going. When's your next reading on Wednesday again?
Wednesday.
So
Wednesday
we'll have an
the
update about the.
25th. Wednesday the 25th.
Well, we're gonna want an update on some stand up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, shit. I put it out there. Fuck.
I know.
Damn it.
Do a minute.
I'll do it.
I want to hear how bad you bomb.
You want to hear? Oh, I'd love to. Those are the best stories. I don't want to come back, dude. I fucking killed it. Like, I got a spot. No,
You're
I
good, buddy.
I got enough of that. We can do it.
Well, again, let's subscribe to adultstorytime.net.
It's only $1.99. It's way cheaper than tipping me at the bar,
Yeah, do that.
and
If
it's
you
way
made it
more
to the end of this
entertaining.
podcast, do that.
There's like 10 hours of content right now.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
There's so much stuff.
I'm fucking giving it away. I'm giving away the farm here,
Yeah.
and
We'll get
I'm
some
only
more
going to get you
subscribers.
more.
Do you have
I
an
got-
email list, John?
Yeah, but I have to. I do it through Squarespace. But I have to fuck it. They're making me like upgrade because
Dude,
I
I'm gonna
only
see
get
it.
like 3 tests. I only get 3 emails, and then it's.
I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna text you after this something because I don't know how to edit this. So we're gonna end the podcast and put this on. I'm gonna text you something about website, and maybe it might help you save a little money every month on it too with what I use,
All right.
and might help you out. Just to look into it. Because Squarespace, what is that, like $16 a month, right?
Oh, whatever I did it for the year.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're not paying monthly.
No.
Okay. Well, then for
Shit's
future.
coming up.
Okay. Well,
couple months
I'll
though.
send it to you right after this then and let you know what I do because I don't pay anything anymore a month.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You get to keep your same domain.
Yep.
Yeah. Send me that.
Yeah, I will. All right. Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you too. Namaste, bitches.
Yeah.
See you in my dream.
Peace out, y'all.
Later.
See you, buddy.